This is a recap for live stream 375, and today started very difficult. Went into a bit of a drawdown, just over 300k, before managed to dig myself out of the drawdown and end the day up over 100k. So what we did, despite the difficulties, we decided to stick with our strategy, and ultimately our strategy worked out in the end. It wasn't great feeling being drawn down, but it certainly worked in our favor. So we started with a trade that didn't work out for us here. We can see, I believe we went long and we were stopped out. Went long again, was stopped out. Long again. So the strategy, we had a bit of a divergence. The main indicator I used was suggesting I should go long. So I pretty much was taking the long trades, and ultimately I was paying for it as the market continued to edge lower. We did go long here, managed to get target after a period of drawdown, get a short here, managed to get to target there, managed to get a long here. This was the final trade we took, managed to get to target, and we can see the market just continue to move higher. After coming to the market, I did look to see if there were any major headlines that would indicate why the market did sell off as much as it did from the highs towards the lows. We're looking at over 500 points on the NQ. NQ is one of the main instruments I trade alongside gold. We'll have a look over at gold. Again, we had some difficulties in gold, some self-inflicted wounds as well. So over on gold, it's a pretty similar scenario. Went long, didn't work in my favor. I took the trade off, then I re-entered long, and eventually I was stopped out. So taking it off early wasn't part of the plan. Eventually I was stopped out. Went long again, prices came back, so added to the position. Didn't work out, was stopped out twice, so went into a bit of a drawdown there. Again, had divergence in the indicators I was using to have a bias for the market direction. Eventually went long, target was hit there. Went long here. Now, because I was up at near break even for the day, decided to be aggressive with my trail stop. Ultimately trailed, and this candle I was taken out for a small gain, pretty much break even gain, before prices eventually did go on to hit the target. So the entry was around the 88.4s, target was around 97.4s. We can see here on this candle, if we look at the top of the screen, we can see the H, which indicates the high was that 97.4 before prices pulled back, eventually breaking that 97.4, and as we can see, the market has continued here to the upside. If we have a look at our account, so let's just have a look at the account. We can see here we're up at 1158,989. That wasn't the case when we started the day. So we started the day around the 10.57,209. This was the drawdown that I did mention, the 31 and the 27. This was essentially the one trade on gold. After which suffered a big loss there in NQ 81. Gold lost 53, 60, lost 104 in NQ. So that actually took us below 700. We can see here it took us below 700 to that 694,829. Continued to stick with the strategy, and ultimately we picked up 110, 111, 103. This trade was that gold trade that I should allow to get to target. If I did allow it to get to target, it would have picked up 96. Instead, I've only picked up 10 by not following the strategy. And ultimately, the last trade I took was at 131,500, which took us to being positive on the day. And that was the trade over on NQ. This final trade here at the end of the day. So we'll have a look at the trade performance just to see how we have performed here. I am just going to get the trade performance up. So on the trade performance, we can see took a total of 11 trades, and primarily because of the drawdown. So we can see we had 6 losers. We only had 5 winners. The average win was 93,480. The average loss though was 59,600. 716. Now the 10 that we did take on gold on the trade that we quickly moved to break even certainly would have had an effect on the average winner. We can see here we took 5 trades on NQ, 6 trades on gold. Overall, in terms of P&L, we were negative on gold, minus 50. We had 2 winners and 4 losers. Win percentage 33%, so the average win was 61. The average loss was 43, but due to the poorer accuracy, certainly paid there. Over on our friends over at NQ, we can see there we took 3 winners, 2 losers, average win being that 115, the average loss being 92,750. So had positive win rate and positive average win and loss, and that's what ultimately resulted in the overall P&L here of the 101,780. So that pretty much wraps up the video and all the trading that we did take today. Now with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.